Hello, hello, hello. Hello, everyone. Am I audible? Hello, hello. Am I audible, everyone? Good evening, good evening, good evening, good evening. Hello, hello, hello. Just a second, guys. Just a second, guys. Hello. Hello, hello. Am I audible, everyone? Hello. How can we get today's attendance? The attendance link will be shared in the chat soon. Hello, hello, hello. Loud and clear. Great, great. So we'll be starting today's session, this amazing bootcamp of ours, within a minute. Okay. Hello, hello, hello. Hello, everyone. Hello, hello. So, very warm welcome to this amazing bootcamp of data science and generative AI and prompt engineering. We will be studying how the prompt engineering and basically generative AI works, and the basics of, we can say, LangChain and what is Hugging Face, and a little bit of Grok as well. So all of these are generative AI terms and how to deal with LLM models and everything. We will be learning in this 5 days bootcamp. Hello, hello, good evening, good evening. So let's begin with the session. Is my screen visible to everyone? What's the duration of the session? This session will be around 1 hour. The duration is 1 hour, and you guys will be free around till 8:05 to 8:10. Hello, everyone. Hello, hello, hello. Is my screen visible to everyone? Just comment in the chat. No prerequisites are currently required. I will teach you each and everything from the start, from the scratch. Hello, hello. Yes, sir. So my screen is visible. So first of all, the very basic thing. First of all, I will just show you how the chatbot is working. What will be our end product, we can say. What will be the end project, we can say. So first of all, I will show you guys the demo of our chatbot. So everyone ready to see the demo of our chatbot? Just reply in the chat, guys. Everyone ready to see the demo of our chatbot? What we'll be making at the end of this bootcamp? And you guys can also post this, all the certificates and this project on your LinkedIn as well. This will help you improve your profile a lot. So yes, great. Let me just show you the first of all chatbot of mine. So first of all, I have to just run my chatbot in the background. So all this coding stuff, we will be doing all of this stuff from the scratch. What is LangChain? What is this load env and everything? What is this string output parser, chat prompt template? Don't worry, I will be teaching each and everything from the start. And as you can see from these logs, my application is started. My chatbot is started. So if I will just try to open my Telegram, so this is my Telegram over here, and if I will just try to mention my joke bot, here is my joke bot. if I will try to mention my joke bot, and if I will give my joke bot a topic, suppose I am giving a topic like smartphones. So this will first give me a text, and you can see in the background I've got this log message, and within a minute it will generate me a joke as well. So yes, here's the joke. Why did the smartphone start singing? Because it heard about the new app called karaoke. So like these are the basic jokes only, and at the end of this session, around in day 4 or day 5, we will be seeing how to make these chatbots, how to make these joke making chatbots even better with the help of Grok APIs as well. So we will be learning three basic things, like what is generative AI, introduction to generative AI, what are LangChains, like what is the LangChain ecosystem, and the we can say all the Hugging Face models and everything. What are these Hugging Face models? Then Grok API. These are the basic things that we are going to learn in this bootcamp of ours. So let me just give another demo of this chatbot. Suppose I am giving the topic, say computer. So you can see in the background it sent the request to my Python, and within a minute, and we will also see how to increase the speed of our chatbot as well. So it will take a minute, and it generated us 3 to 4 jokes based on computer. Like why did the computer go to doctor? I don't know why, because it was feeling a little bit screamy, and so these are like the basic jokes based on computer. So everyone excited for this boot camp? Come on guys, reply in the chat. Everyone excited for this amazing boot camp, 5-day boot camp. And we will also be seeing all the logs over here. We will be storing each and every conversation of ours with the chatbot. We can see different outputs based on our chatbots. All the latency score, like the last chat took 14.91 seconds. The second last chat took also the latency of second last chat was 14.95 seconds. All the output it gave to me and everything. We can see all the logs, all the outputs and everything we are using. The status is success and the latency is 12.23 seconds over here for this chat. So we can see all the details here. Everyone excited? So let us begin our bootcamp. Okay. So the very first thing we will be needing in our bootcamp is how to install Python. So we will be starting from this much basic, this much scratch. We'll be starting with Python. First of all, as I'm working in VS Code, so I'm telling you guys how you can install your Python and how can you set up your Python in a very short way, like only the basics. So first of all, just go to Python. I'm going to Python download, and I will go to download Python. So don't download the latest version of Python. Instead, just go below and try to download a different version of Python, suppose 3.11. So I will also be using a Python 3.11. So you can download any version of Python 3.11. A verified version of Python 3.11.6. I have also used this version as well in my previous projects. So this is a stable version. You guys can simply download this version. Okay. So you guys can just simply download this version from here. After downloading this, you guys will get a exe file downloaded. Then what? Then you guys can store that exe file. Suppose I have stored my Python over, just a second. I've stored my Python somewhere here only. Yes, here, Python 3.11. So I've downloaded 3.11 version, 3.11 version, and I have downloaded this version over this directory. Okay. Then sir, what to do? Then just go to environment variables of your system. The attendance link will be given in the chat. So the attendance will be marked through the attendance link. So we know we are not using Spider, we are going to use VS Code. You can use Spider if you have Spider, and if you are comfortable with Spider, you can use Spider as well. Duration of today's lecture is 1 hour. So we will go to the environment variables, and under the environment variables, we will go to the system variables. And under system variable, we will be going to path. And let me just show you one thing. Right now I am just closing this. You guys have to copy two links, copy two URL links, kind of copy two paths, we can say. First path is where you have stored your Python 3.11 version, and the second is you have to go to scripts and copy this path as well, where you have stored the scripts. Okay. After that, go to environment variables. Under environment variables, go to system variables, and as you can see, I have added this scripts and this Python 3.11 in my scripts. Okay, so you guys can simply go and add these two. Just click on new and add all the paths, all the Python paths, both of the Python paths that I told you. So this is how, in a simple way, you can install your Python in your system. Okay, is it clear? Is this clear, guys? This is a very simple way you can install your Python. Now after that, after Python is installed, I'm just going to make a new folder in which I will be doing all the coding stuff. And suppose I am giving this name Telegram Jokes Bot. And under this Telegram's Jokes Bot, I am going to just open the command prompt. If you are using ID, you just have to install the VS Code. You can go to the online documentation or anything of VS Code. The installation of VS Code is very much easy, you can say. Then after coming to this command prompt, you just have to make a new virtual environment. Now what is this virtual environment? Whenever we are making a project, we always make a separate virtual environment for each and every project. Why, sir? Because each and every time we make a virtual environment, we can add only those specific libraries used in that project. Instead of using all the other and extra libraries, we will be using only the specific libraries that we require in our project. That is why we always try to use a virtual environment. So, how to create a virtual environment first? So, the command you have to write is where Python first of all. This will show you the installation of Python is successful. So currently I have installed multiple versions of Python. So that's why it's showing me 4 paths. But if you have just installed the Python, you will be seeing only one path. Then sir, how to create a virtual environment? You just have to write the command python -m venv env. With this command, you will be able to create your virtual environment. With this command, you will be able to create your virtual environment with the name env. But right now I am using Anaconda, so that's why I'm going to create my virtual environment in a little different way. this is a command for Anaconda users. This is we can create our virtual environment through this command. So this is create over here. So Conda helps us to create a virtual environment with our specific Python version. With the help of Anaconda, we can use a specific Python version as well. So that's why I'm using Anaconda. But as you have installed Python 3.11, you can use the previous method to create your virtual environment as well. Can I use Python 3.8? No, try to use a Python version of 3.10 or 3.11, because 3.8 is a little bit outdated version and most of the libraries don't work in 3.8 version. So I'm creating my 3.11 version of Python virtual environment. So it will take 1 or 2 minutes. Till then, we will be moving towards the theory part a little bit. So let's just move a little bit to the theoretical part till our virtual environment is created. So first of all, what is generative AI? What is generative AI? Now, if you are using IDE, you don't have to set up this again. You just have to install the VS Code. Is it necessary to create a virtual? It is always recommended to create a virtual environment. It's not like without creating the virtual environment you cannot work. You can work with that as well. But it is always recommended because in the end, if we are deploying this, we will be needing a virtual environment because we will be using the only specific libraries. We are not going to use all the libraries in our environment. So it is always preferred to use a virtual environment. So first of all, what is generative AI? So we can say generative AI is a subfield of deep learning as well. Now, sir, what is this word deep learning over here? So, if I will tell you in brief, everyone knows about AI, right? AI is nothing but artificial intelligence. So, how does this artificial intelligence help us? The basic definition of AI is like when the work is done without human involvement. Okay, this is the very, very basic definition of AI. So, if Conda is not installed in your laptop or your system, just try to go through the method I told you before. Just write the command python -m venv and env. Through that, you can also create your virtual environment. So, yes, when the work is done without any human involvement, then we call it AI, artificial intelligence. Under the AI, we have got machine learning. Now, sir, what is this machine learning? You can tell from the name of machine learning. You can tell from the name this machine learning that when the machine learns from some data that we give to the machine or our system. So when the machine learns from the data and performs tasks like prediction and classification. Now, what is this prediction and classification? These are, in a very basic term, we can say when we are kind of predicting something like the price of this particular house is like 10 lakhs or 20 lakhs or any value. This is kind of prediction. Or classification is something like we are telling that this is an apple or this is a banana. So this is a kind of classification. This is a very basic definition. Okay. So because our main topic is not machine learning, so I'm not going that much detail in machine learning. Then under machine learning, we have got the field deep learning. Now, sir, what is this deep learning? Now, sir, what is this deep learning? Deep learning is a field in which we train our model using neural networks. Now, what are these neural networks, sir? Don't go in detail about this neural networks. Just understand one thing. These neural networks works in the similar way like the neurons in our body. Like the neurons are used to, we can say, transfer the information in a much quicker and faster way. In the similar way, these neural networks works as well. Like these neural networks are used to train the models through, we can say, each and every neuron is like connected with other neurons. Then these neurons are connected with other neurons and everything. So this is how neural networks are worked. Each and every neuron is connected to each another. This is how the training of the neurons work, training of our model works. So don't go in very much detail of this deep learning right now. Deep learning has three parts. That is ANN, we also call it artificial neural network. We have CNN, we call it convolution neural network. And we have RNN, we call it recurrent neural network. Okay, sir. Deep learning has three parts: ANN, CNN, RNN. So this CNN over here, just ignore this ANN for right now. This ANN is like we have talked about this prediction and classification models, right? So ANN is used for making these models, the prediction and classification models. Okay. So ANN is basically used. Let me just write it here. Used to make prediction slash classification model. Okay. Okay, sir. ANN is when we use to ANN is used to make prediction and classification models. Then, sir, what about CNN? CNN is used when we are dealing with images or videos or webcams or live videos. We can say basically when we are dealing with images or we can say videos. So whenever we are dealing with images or videos, we will be using CNN. Then, sir, RNN or recurrent neural network is used when we are dealing with lot of textual data. When we are dealing with lot of textual data, we will be using RNN. Okay, so our LLM models Sir, what is LLM now? I will explain this LLM later on, okay? A little bit in this today's lecture only, but a little bit late. Okay, sir. Till now we got clear that there is machine learning and that there is AI first of all. First of all, it's AI, that is artificial intelligence. Then under AI we get machine learning, and under machine learning we get deep learning. Then under deep learning we got a field called Gen AI. Okay, under deep learning we get a field generative AI. So here it is written generative AI is a subfield of deep learning. Is this clear till now? If clear, write clear in the chat, guys. Till now, everything clear? Like what is basically a little bit brief? I've given you a little bit brief on AI, ML, and DL. Like as compared to the topics, this brief is nothing. But for a little bit of understanding, I've given you the brief of AI, ML, and DL. Great, great, great. So everything is clear till now. Okay, sir. So now the main topic comes. What is generative AI? So the main topic now is what is generative AI. Can anyone tell me what is generative AI? So if I talk about the models, we can say. So if I talk about models, we have two types of models. The first is discriminative and the second is generative. So these are the basic two types of models. These discriminative models are used when we have to do the classification or prediction. So whenever we have to do the classification or prediction, we will be using this discriminative models. But on the other hand, these generative AI models, these generative AI models are used, or we can say these models generates the data. These models, discriminative models, are used to classify or predict some value based on the data set. But these generative AI models generates the data and trained on huge data sets. So these generative AI models generates the data and are trained on huge data sets. So basically there are two types of Gen AI models, that is LLM and LIM. So this LLM stands for large language model, and this LIM stands for large image model. So whenever we have to deal with images, we will be using LIM, and whenever we have to deal with text, we will be using LLM. Till now clear? Is this clear till now? Everything clear, guys? Write clear in the chat. So in this bootcamp of ours, we will be dealing with large language models because we have to deal with text data. That's why we will be dealing with large language models. Great, great, great. So everything is clear till now. Great, great, great. So we'll be dealing with large language models first of all. Okay, sir. So can you give us any example of large language model? Have you ever heard of GPT? Have you ever heard of, we can say, DeepSeek, or we can say Claude, or we can say Gemini or Gemma? Have you ever heard of these AI models, we can say? So these are all the examples of large language models. Nowadays, each and every person use these models like ChatGPT, DeepSeek, Claude, Gemini, Gamma. These two are basically from Google. This ChatGPT is from OpenAI, and this Claude is, all of these models are the, we can say, large language models. The Claude is from some company named, from, it was some A related company. I'm not remembering it correctly. So you guys can go and search it on Google. So these are all large language models. And nowadays, each and every person use these models for their work. Either it's coding, or it's like make generating some text or images or anything. Each and every person uses these models. So this is the biggest example of large language models. And these large language models, all of these large language models are trained on huge amount of data. Like all the processing is done, like all the processing of these models, base to base LLM models, take around months to complete. And the data it requires is, you cannot imagine the amount of data. So these are all the large, not all, but these are the main large language models that we use in our day-to-day life. Okay, clear till now? These are also known as foundation models. So these are foundation models, or we can call them pre-trained models as well. So in generative AI, we always use these models and try to fine tune them, these models, to do our work or to make our projects or anything. So we will always be using these large language models in generative AI, as these are pre-trained models trained on lots of data, or we can say trained on huge data. Is this clear till now? Till now everything clear, guys? Reply in the chat. How this AI is trained, like the generative models we will be training. If you're asking about these generative models that we will be making at the end, so we will be making step by step, so everything will be clear to you at the end. Fine tuning means like the model is already trained, but we are using that model for our specific own work. So we will be try to get a little bit of better accuracy for our own specific work. That is the basic meaning of fine tuning. But what exactly is LLM? So LLM is large language model. LLM is large language model. When we train our models based on lot of or huge data, when we train our model on huge data, then we try to generate some text or everything. Each and everyone must have used these models: ChatGPT, DeepSeek, Claude, Gemini, Gamma. These are all the main examples of large language models. Okay, sir. Now what to do next? The next thing that we're gonna do, uh, I will just quickly set up the environment. So this is my folder. Let me just check it. So I have to give the permission. Yes. So it will be just taking 1 or 2 more minutes. Actually, I am given the permission. So till then, we will be moving towards LangChain. Not this. Yes. We will be moving towards LangChain. Now, sir, what is LangChain first of all? Now, what is LangChain first of all? So it will take 1 or 2 more minutes. So till then, let us just move towards LangChain. So LangChain is, we can say, a system or we can say a software or anything which provides or which helps us to connect with these LLM models, or we can say it is a framework which helps us to make helps us to make our Gen AI projects or applications. Okay, so what is LangChain? LangChain is a framework which helps us to make our Gen AI projects or apps. And the very main thing about this LangChain is this is open source. So anyone can use this. No paid subscription and anything. Okay, sir. Sir, now the very main thing, we will be learning about LangChain ecosystem. LangChain ecosystem. So LangChain ecosystem is a very big ecosystem, we can say, but right now we will be studying the basic parts of these ecosystem. So the basic components of this ecosystem, first of all, is Langsmith. Now, sir, what is this Langsmith? Yes, these frameworks are available for free. I will be at the end of this session. We will be using this LangChain framework as well. So first of all, so what is Langsmith? Langsmith, uh, we can say Langsmith is used when we have to deploy our model, like all the Gen AI apps are based on LLM models. So this Langsmith provides us LLM ops, like all the activities like debugging, or we can say playground, or we can say evaluation of our model, or annotations, or monitoring. All of these things we can do with the help of Langsmith. Now, sir, can you show some kind of practical of this Langsmith? Yes, I have already shown you the practical. This over here, I am monitoring my chatbot over here. So this is my Langsmith ecosystem or Langsmith framework, through which I can do all the debugging as well, all the, we can say, playground evaluation, annotation, monitoring, everything according to my project. So Langsmith is very important component of LangChain ecosystem. Is this clear? Now the second thing in our ecosystem is LangServe. LangServe is used for deployment. LangServe is used for deployment basically. Deployment through REST API. Now, sir, what is this API? If you have ever done anything in the field of development or anything, you must know about APIs. Like in many applications or websites, people always call APIs to make their application more, you can say, more usable and to add extra and extra features through APIs. So it will deploy our model with the help of API as an API. Okay, then we have LangChain. Then we have LangChain. LangChain is used to create some chains or agents, or we can say retrieval strategies. Now, sir, what are these chains and agents and retrieval strategies? So we will be using all these chains and agents in our practical implementation, maybe in tomorrow's or the day 3 of this bootcamp. So right now, if I'll just show you a little bit of this chain practical implementation. So if you can see in my Langsmith, or we can say this current chart. So you can see this chart prompt template first of all over here. Then you can see this Hugging Face hub. Then this string output parser. Okay, so this is a chain. I have created a chain of these three features. So this is how chains work. Okay, so all of these chains and agents and everything comes under LangChain. Is this clear? Is this clear? Right, clear in the chat. If everything clear, then write clear in the chat quickly, guys. We'll move forward then. Great, great, great. Everything is clear till now. Great, great. Clear, clear, clear. Great, great, guys. Great. So let us just check. So we can see that our virtual environment is created. So this is my folder, and you guys can see the virtual environment over here. Okay. So our virtual environment is created. Now, sir, what to do? I will open a VS Code. I will open my VS Code. You guys can go to Google and just download the VS Code through the documentation. It is very much easy. What about then TensorFlow? TensorFlow is used in deep learning basically. TensorFlow, PyTorch, Keras. These libraries are used in deep learning part. The most commonly used library in generative AI is LangChain only. There are other libraries like .env and everything and everything. There are many more libraries, but the most important is LangChain. Okay, so moving forward, this is my VS Code right now, and you can see the virtual environment over here as well. Now, sir, how to activate my virtual environment? First of all, I will go to the terminal and I will create a new terminal. So I have created a new terminal over here. Okay, and I will, instead of this PowerShell, sorry, instead of this PowerShell, I will be opening a command prompt. Instead of this PowerShell, I will be opening a command prompt. Now, Anaconda. So this is very much important, guys. how to activate your virtual environment, just go through this step. How to activate your virtual environment. Okay. So as I am using Anaconda, I have created a virtual environment using Conda. The attendance link is already provided maybe, and it will be again shared between you. So if I have created my virtual environment using this command, I will be using conda activate and a backslash. This is my command for activating my virtual environment through Conda. If I have created a virtual environment normally using the command line python -m venv venv. This is my name of the virtual environment. So if I have created my virtual environment using this command line, lagging. Hello, it's my video. Now it's fine. Now it's fine. Great, great. So if I have created my virtual environment using this python -m venv, so this venv is my name of the virtual environment. Okay. Now if I've created my virtual environment using this command, I will be writing the command venv. This is the name slash capital S scripts, sorry, scripts with a capital S, focus here, okay, slash activate. I will be using a command this. So if you have created your virtual environment using the command python -m venv, then you have to write venv, that is your name of the virtual environment, slash capital S scripts slash activate. Okay, and after pressing the enter, your virtual environment will be activated. But as I have used the anaconda, so I will be using conda activate venv slash, and you can see my venv virtual environment is activated over here. Okay, next thing, so what to do next? I will create a new file with the name requirements.txt. I will create a new file with the name requirements.txt. So what is this requirements.txt? What is this requirement.txt? In this requirement.txt, we will be mentioning all the libraries that we will be using in our project. All the libraries that we will be installing in our virtual environment or we will be using in our project, we will be mentioning over here. Okay. Yes, we store all the name of the libraries we use. Great. Then, the what do we write in this requirements.txt? The very first library that we are going to use is LangChain. Okay. So first library that we are writing is LangChain, and side by side, I am going to make a LangChain account as well. So I have gone to LangChain on Google, and you can see sign up over here, right? So I have to sign up. While signing up through LangChain, it will automatically sign you up through Langsmith as well. As you can see, this is Langsmith. So I am going to sign up with my GitHub account. You can use your Google account as well. So I'll just authorize LangChain AI, and get started. So skip for now. So we have successfully logged in to Langsmith account. Okay. So we have successfully created our Langsmith account now. Okay, sir. So we have mentioned LangChain over here, right? Now, sir, what to do? Just go to this settings option over here. Let me just adjust my video. So yes, go. Can you guys see this settings option over here? Sorry. Yes. Can you see this settings option over here? Just go to this settings option over here in the bottom left, and you can see the API keys option over here. Just click on this API keys, okay? And you can see the option create API key. So why are we creating this API key? This API key will be our personal API key, and this is a very free API key. This is free. This will not cost you anything. So every one of you can make your own API key. Okay. So this API key will keep the track of our project completely. So I will just create API key, and I will use it as personal access token. Then description you can leave it blank, and create it. Oh, sorry. In description I will just write test key, suppose. Okay. Or I will give it a name like I will keep it test key for now. So create API key. So this is my API key, and I have to save this or copy this API key before closing this. Okay. So I'll just copy this API key. Don't close your screen without copying this API key, right? Copy this API key, go to your that is VS Code, and create one more folder with the name .env. Create one more folder with the name .env. Yes, this is free to use. LangChain is very free. You go to LangChain, just sign in through your GitHub or Google account, and you can make your API keys. Yes, you can watch the recording of this lecture. It will be available on YouTube. So yes, in the DevTown channel. So make and use service of yes, this is free. Okay. So under this .env, we have to write. We have to give a name. And suppose I am giving the name LangChain API key. Okay. Equal to, and I am pasting my API key over here. Class will be ending in 10 to 15 minutes. So I have to just give a name LangChain API key, and I will be pasting my API key over here. This is the same API key that I have copied from here. Okay guys, till now everything clear? If everything clear, just write clear in the chat guys. Clear, clear, clear. Attendance link will be shared soon, or maybe it is already shared as well in the chat, or it will be shared. I will share the attendance link again. So right now just focus on the we can say this lecture. So what is the use of this API key? This API key will like all of the things that we are doing, we will be using this API key, like we will be calling this API key, so that all of our stuff, like all the chats and everything, will be stored in our Langsmith, like I have shown you here, right? So how is this possible? Because I am using the LangChain API key. So each and every prompt and everything that I'm using through the Telegram bot, everything is stored over here. Till now, everything clear, guys? No, this lecture is not 7 to 9, it's 7 to 8 or 8:30. It's a 60 to 75 minutes lecture. Okay, so let us move forward. So till now we have copied the API key and we have successfully stored our API key. So now how can we use this API key? To use this API key, we will be using another library. We will be mentioning another. First of all, we have to save everything as well. Okay, so we'll just write Control S. We will just press Control S to save everything. Now, so how to use this API key? To use this API key, we will be requiring another Python library, that is Python dash dot env. Okay, so we have to use this Python dash dot env. And when this Python dash dot env is used to use the API key, okay, and in this dot env folder, I will be giving the name of my project. So I will be using LangChain underscore project equal to, suppose the name I will give Telegram joke bot. So this is the name I'm giving to my project. Okay. So till now we have done two things in the .env folder. That is, we have set up our LangChain API key and we have set up our name of the project and we have saved it. In this requirements.txt, we have used LangChain and Python slash .env, Python dash .env. There is one more library that we have to install right now. That is ipykernel. Now, sir, what is this ipykernel over here? So right now we are using 3.11 version of Python, right? Or any other 3.10 if you are using, or any version you are using. So whenever you are going to use the IPYNB file, or you can say whenever we are doing the coding stuff, to activate our this particular Python version, we will be using this ipykernel. Okay, to activate our Python version, we will be using this ipykernel. So till now, TFT games, I have also told the code through Python as well. The virtual environment setup is through Anaconda, nothing else. And I have told the normal commands using Python as well. Great. So these are the three libraries that we have to install. So how to install these libraries? So I am just going to use my command prompt. I am going to write over here pip install -r requirements dot txt. And notice one thing, my environment is active right now. My environment is activate right now. Yes, .txt means normal text extension, nothing else. Like we create a normal text file, this is similar. .txt is normal text file. And I have written here pip install -r requirements.txt. Through this, I can download all the requirements. So I will just press enter, and you can see the downloading is already started. All the packages, all these three packages and all the packages related to these three libraries will be downloaded in my virtual environment. So like I don't have to download these packages in my external or global environment. That's why we create a virtual environment. So we can download the packages that are used in this particular project of ours. So that's why it's always recommended to use a virtual environment while creating a project. Yes, you can also perform all of these things. You will get a better hands-on experience of everything. So as you can see, all the 58 packages are right now installing. So why 58? We have written only 3 packages over here. So all the extra packages are maybe related or the required packages with all these 3. Okay. Till now everything clear? This will take 2 to 3 minutes to download each and every package. Till now everything clear, guys? This 58 packages, the most important packages are these 3. So whenever you will download these 3 packages, all the other packages that are related to these packages will also get downloaded. So it is not a problem as such. So these 3 packages but are most important. We will be using these 3 packages. So everything clear, guys? Write clear in the chat if everything is clear. Till now everything clear, guys? Great, clear, sir, clear, sir. So great. Till now, we have done 3 things in today's first day 1 of bootcamp. First of all, we have done the basics of generative AI, like what is generative AI and what are LLM models and everything. The second thing we have done is like the installation of Python and the basic how to we can use our virtual environment and what are the basic requirements for our, like right till now what are the basic requirements. Third, we have created a LangChain account and we have used our LangChain API key. We have set up our LangChain API key in our project. These are the 3 main things that we have done till now. Are there any specific advantages of Conda only? So Conda is only I have used Conda to you can say just install my virtual environment, just create my virtual environment, because with the help of Conda I can create any like the virtual environment with any Python version. So that's why I always try to use Conda. So you guys can see 54 out of 58 packages are completed. Yes, all the notes of session 1, all the coding and every file will be shared with you guys. So it is almost done. 57 out of 58 packages are installed. All the notes and everything will be shared on WhatsApp group. So you guys must be there in the WhatsApp group for this bootcamp, because all the notes and all the files, coding files and everything will be shared in that WhatsApp group only. So finally, all of my packages are downloaded. So that's it for today's session, guys. We have seen the 3 main things, like what is generative AI, what are LLM models, how to create a LangChain and LangSmith account, and how to use the API key, and how to use this how to download Python and use this API key, where to save this API key and everything. In future, we will be saving many more API keys over here on this .env folder of ours, and we will be adding many more requirement packages as well. What we do with these packages, like whenever we are going to use whenever we are going to use any library, so these packages must be installed so that we can use a particular library to use a particular function or something. Yes, the recording will be there on YouTube. Yes, the LangChain must be there in our project. We will be using LangChain a lot. There are more libraries related to LangChain as well. That is LangChain Community and many more libraries, LangChain and Hugging Face, everything. So all these libraries we will download it later. Like while we are coding, then we will download all these libraries that are necessary for at that time. So till now, these three libraries are main: LangChain, Python.env, IPyKernel. LangChain is used to, we can say, use the API keys and everything, the main library. Python.env is used to select a particular, we can say, the Python version we are using in our coding environment. And Python.env is used to access the API keys that is there in our .env. This Python.env is used to access our API keys that are there in our .env. And this IPyKernel is used to access the current version of Python that is there in our environment. Mm, in 5 days, the basic Telegram chatbot portion is covered, and we will be done with the chatbot part. So it will be a small project for each one of you, a Telegram chatbot. Why Python is slow? No one can answer that. Just try to be active in this 5 day bootcamp and try to do the hands-on experience, and all the projects will be ready at the end of this bootcamp. So great, guys. That's it for today. So this is the amazing day one of our bootcamp. In our day two, we'll be using this LangChain a lot, and we will be starting to see the basics of LangChain and how to use this LangChain in our coding and how to access the LLM models and everything. Okay, so this is it for day one. So if you guys are not there in the WhatsApp group, then after this session, in the description of this video, after the session, in the description of this video, the WhatsApp group link will be mentioned. So you guys can go in the description and join the WhatsApp group link after this session ends. Great, great, great. So thanks a lot, guys, for attending today's session. That's it for today. We will be continuing from here only in the next session. So what about daily assignment, where it will be shared, everything will be shared on the group. So just be active on the group. Everything will be shared on the group. Thank you, guys. Thank you for attending this wonderful session. Thanks a lot. We'll meet you guys tomorrow at the same time, 7 o'clock. So be ready. Tomorrow, 7 o'clock, we'll be moving forward towards our Telegram chatbot, joke making chatbot. And if I will tell you in brief, not only joke making, you can make any kind of chatbot. Okay, you will be learning how to do that like on day 3 maybe. Everything will be clear to you. Right now we are making joke making chatbot, but you can make any kind of chatbot. Okay, thanks a lot, guys. Thanks a lot. Bye, guys.